Today we're going to take a closer look at one of my favorite semiconductor companies, AMD. As we can see today, the stock price is up roughly 1%, sitting at $68.65 as I am recording. But yesterday we did have some kind of bearish news when an analyst kind of downgraded their price target from $130 to $90. So in today's episode, I want to take a closer look at what that analyst is fearful and try to get a better understanding. So let's get started.
I do want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and make sure to check out fool.com/Jose to get the top 10 stocks to buy right now.
So one of the main reasons for the price target hit is this analyst is also reducing revenue for the upcoming year. Here we can see from this article a little bit more information. Wells Fargo analyst cuts estimates for AMD for 2022 to $25.5 billion versus $26.2 billion that they previously had. They also did reduce the overall earnings per share for the year. Not only that, they also cut estimates for 2023 and 2024. Main reason is the PC market weakness and also inventory concerns tied to the data center business. If we take a closer look at Y charts, we can see analysts for this current year expect AMD to produce revenue of $26.1 billion. This is in line with what the Wells Fargo analyst previously had. I do want to say for the next year, AMD analysts believe that this company will provide somewhere between $29.5 billion. And if we take a closer look at AMD's most recent earnings, they did give us a fiscal year of 2022 guidance, and they said roughly $26.3 billion plus or minus $300 million. So this previous guidance that AMD gave is more in line with what analysts are expecting with that 26.1 versus what that recent analyst just kind of downgraded to. Obviously, a lot has changed in the past few months for the overall kind of technology market, especially with the processors, data centers, and everything. So we might have a new guidance from AMD this upcoming earnings. If you guys are enjoying the episode so far, make sure to hit me with a thumbs up as it does help me grow my overall audience. If you want to support a little bit more, just make sure to subscribe using my link at fool.com/Jose. Another thing I do want to mention for quarter 3 of 2022, AMD expects revenue of roughly $6.7 billion plus or minus $200 million. And I just wanted to compare that to previous quarter or the most recent quarter, which was quarter 2, and that was $6.6 billion. So we can see quarter over quarter, AMD is not expecting much growth if they do see some. And that's something that doesn't really happen too often. We can see maybe here in quarter 4 of 2020 and quarter 1 of 2021, there was a minor growth. But most of the time we have been seeing strong growth from this company. If you have been watching this channel, the fears of PC weakness is not new. I believe early in September when this article came out from IDC, we actually did a deep dive to kind of understand what was happening with worldwide PC shipments and how they were expected to do in 2022 and 2023. We can see from this IDC chart that overall PC market is expected to see a huge decline in 2022, again something we knew, and in 2023 another minor decrease before kind of picking back up in 2024. And this is why I believe it's such a great thing to be a long-term investor, is because yes, there might be a year or so, maybe a few quarters where things look bad, but kind of looking in the long term of things are still bullish in my opinion. Before I end the episode, I do want to say there's one more fear that maybe investors might have. I know this is one that's again trickling in the back of my mind, nothing that would give me a reason to sell, but something to understand why prices can continue to go down. In the past few months, in the past few weeks, we have seen kind of the United States forcing certain bans or export restrictions to countries like China, especially in the artificial intelligence kind of market. AMD, for example, some of their GPUs, the MI250, I believe, is going to hit certain restrictions in the future. The fear is that not only is this going to hit the graphics market, but it's also going to hit the kind of processor market. So there is the potential risk that maybe AMD's Genoa line of CPU, which is their server processors, might also see kind of some form of restrictions in the future. So we can see year to date AMD is down roughly 54%. This is probably one of my favorite growth stocks in forms of valuations at the moment. But because of all these fears that I mentioned, the overall decline in the PC market, the overall fear of more restrictions for some other products has really caused stock prices to drop dramatically. Obviously the overall macroeconomics. The real question is how much has been priced in, and obviously this could continue to bring volatility to the overall stocks and the overall semiconductor market. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.